It was a horrible, horrible time in all of our lives.
The whole issue of AIDS and what it was, and how the city dealt with civil rights and gay rights was all coming up in the 1990s.
Personally, I went to 10, 15 funerals a week.
We started to get the reports of this disease, which later came to be known as HIV/AIDS.
At that point, AIDS was really the issue for the entire city. We had the largest explosion of AIDS cases of any place in the entire country.
Probably the most we were doing for people was helping them die with dignity, because people were, and the community was ravaged by the disease.
In the late 80s, I was involved when the CDC had started talking to Nancy Rubin, really, about condoms, about using condoms and prisoner access to condoms.
But we started talking about using condoms in the jail. And this dialogue started back in the late 80s, early 90s.
So people in jail are at high risk for HIV transmission. And they're at high risk for having HIV, so it's important to test people in jail and to try and find out if someone is HIV positive.
Actually, the Forensic AIDS Project has always strived to provide the same standard of care of services in the community.
But while in jail, the Forensic AIDS Project provides all of HIV care and treatment in jail. They always answered my medical requests in a timely fashion, whereas sometimes with people who weren't getting their jail health care through Forensic AIDS Project would kind of have to wait longer and get a runaround. And they were always coming in and giving tests to new people coming into the jails to provide them with the knowledge if they were positive or negative too.
I'm grateful that there are people out there that want to see other people succeed, that don't want to see people continue the cycle of going in and out of jail.
The underlying principle being that people in the jails are not in the jails for very long. They're in and out, and they're your brother or your sister or the person sitting next to you on the bus or the person next door to you. And so it's important that people know about condom use and how to keep themselves safe and the people with whom they have sex.
First of all, everyone deserves health care in the world. Everyone deserves health care. So it's important to address the medical needs of everyone who has diseases, and HIV/AIDS is a very, very serious disease that if untreated leads to death.